Hello and welcome back, everybody. I am the Bradley Assassin. This is the Bradley Assassin live stream here on YouTube. Just let me knock out the normal things and then we'll get into some news. Pretty positive stuff as far as I can tell, all around the world. All around the world, people talking about me. And then we will get into some question and answer and all the fun stuff that we always do. But I gotta knock out these crazy YouTube logistics. Fun times, y'all. Fun times. All around the world. People talking about me. Let's see here. This is going to go into cryptocurrency live streams. So much to do every day of my life. Okay, this looks like we got it, y'all. Looks like we got it, y'all. So good to see everyone hopping in. Welcome, welcome. Pretty exciting day. Let's see, we got YouTube commenter, Mr. Toth, Mr. Johns, Mr. Nordvik, Time to Wake Up, First Utopia, Mr. Berg, Lynn the Unicorn, welcome back, Doobie School, which is still one of my favorite names. And then Mr. Toth with his WAXP killing it, congratulations, sir. Okay, so before we're gonna give everybody a little bit of time to get into the channel. Made some mic adjustments, so hopefully when I scream it doesn't hurt everybody's ears. I had to put a limiter on it, adjusted the gain and yada yada yada, technical stuff, but I think we good. As we can see, Bitcoin up to 57.5 pretty much, Ethereum at about 1800, Vechain, ladies and gentlemen, all-time highs, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail and the title. All-time high, just hit it a few minutes ago. I thought it'd be a good time to hop on in and you know, at least, I don't know, maybe share some enthusiasm here. Cardano at about $1.12, and then Dogecoin at 5.5 cents still. So Dogecoin now kind of a stable coin. Isn't that funny how that works? Also, ladies and gentlemen, I want to touch on Hoge coin, if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm assuming it's like Dogecoin, but Hoge coin. I had a handful of people in Discord asking me about it, and I had seen when it came up a couple weeks ago, but I wasn't too familiar with it. Admittedly, you know, I mean, I'm trying, there's many coins we try and look at, and a lot of things I have to get straight. So I decided, I told whoever was asking me about it in Discord, I apologize, I can't remember, but I looked into it, and I have to admit, pretty interesting little project. One of your kind of straightforward finance type things, but we're gonna get into it in a minute. Let's let some people hop in here. But pretty interesting stuff, and you can buy it basically on the dirt cheap right now if you're interested in investing. If not, it's still gonna be something pretty fun to monitor. But either way, I think we'll start off with CoinMarketCap recap. And once we can get a hold on the pricing and that sort of stuff, I'll move into the news I have pulled for everyone. And then, man, I might need to turn my gain down. Am I too loud, everybody? And then after we touch on the CoinMarketCap recap, we'll get into some news. And then we'll touch on the Hoge coin thing. And then, of course, focus on Vechain throughout the stream because... yeah. And, you know, I have to admit, I was a little surprised. Yesterday, I posted a video. And by the way, I'm not too sure about that format. I thought I would try and make it look like a newscast thing, but I don't really like it too much because the little TV screen where the information is displayed is kind of small and it just looked cheesy. So forgive me. I was just trying to get a video out and see how it looked, but I wasn't too happy with it. So I'm going to take some time and make them a little bit more professional in the future. But anyway, I was a little surprised at the negativity in the comments about yesterday's video. I just posted, I wanted to get the news out to everyone that they had, released the official date for Vechain 2.0, and I mean that's positive news, right? I mean that's great. And then there were 2 or 3 people that commented like, I don't remember what the comments were, something to the nature of like, at this rate we might hit 10 cents at the end of the year, when I had projected 8 or 9 cents at the end of this month. And someone else had mentioned just negative towards Vechain. And look, I'm fine with the negative comments. I am. We need all comments. Opinions are how the channel grows. It's how we learn. It's how we share information, everything like that. But I was just a little surprised to see that there was that much negativity towards Vechain in such a promising project. So maybe I am just a little too biased, and I need to kind of broaden my scope. And I try to. I mean, you guys know I focus on a good 7 or 8 coins, and definitely listen to what everyone has to tell me and research them. And, I do what I can. But I feel so strongly about the project, and in comparison to other projects, with its fundamentals and real partnerships and all that kind of stuff like that, I just feel like I feel like not so much, that people need to invest in it and stuff like that. That's completely up to you guys, but at least make sure that people are aware of the project so that they have a fair chance to be knowledgeable about it and understand it, and at least be aware that it exists, kind of thing. Because if it does take off like I'm projecting and like I'm hoping, and we've been talking about it all this time and stuff like that, I'd like for everyone to have the opportunity to take advantage of it, because cryptocurrency is one of those things where, like, if we discover something, right, and get in on it and do well, it's not one of these rare things where, like, you don't want other people to know about it. You want everyone to know about it, because that just it benefits everyone. It doesn't hurt you at all. You see what I'm saying? Like the more people that are, more eyes on it, and more information that's being shared about it, and more investors and everything like that helps everyone. So, like, I don't see a negative in at least bringing it to everyone's attention. So forgive me if I am a little biased on it, but that's just how I am. And I just I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and that's, I speak from the heart. And when I'm excited about something and I feel it's got a chance to benefit everyone that's involved, that's just the way I feel. So if again, if I sound negative, I'm not trying to be. I welcome all the opinions. I just think that I find it a little more difficult to find the negatives on a project like Vechain in comparison to a lot of projects that don't have the fundamentals. And I just thought it was odd, but whatever. I just wanted to touch on that real quick. But okay, so moving on. Oh look, Mr. JY96 says just bought 500,000 Hoge today, making good moves already. Yeah, I admittedly purchased some too, but we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that, everybody. Okay, let's do a coin market cap recap, and then we will move right along into the news that I have pulled for everybody. Yeah, and I'm gonna touch on Hoge because it's so new. It's not even listed on like live coin watch, and like it's not available hardly. We're gonna get into that. I'm gonna touch on all that stuff. It's as simple to buy as PureX and the other things. It's basically a MetaMask through Uniswap. Very simple, but yes. And Mr. Ponyo Susuk, he says, I have Vechain, but most of their customers are from China. Need I say more? Just hope that their customers. Yeah, see, that's another thing that I was gonna touch on about Vechain too. I don't want to like go off topic here because we were about to get into the news. But one thing to keep in mind about Vechain, they are an Asian coin, and the development team is out of Singapore, and if I'm not mistaken, and all that stuff like that. So that's true. But one thing you have to keep in mind is China is not allowed to trade in cryptocurrency. Now, the funny thing about that is, obviously it still happens all the time through VPNs, and, there's ways to do it and whatnot. But your general public, like the majority of the people that don't want to bend the rules and go through avenues to be able to purchase and trade in crypto, typically aren't going to go through those avenues, the problems, to do it. So meanwhile, China is working on a digitized currency that's supposed to be like, they're calling it like the digital yen or something like that. And it's supposed to be a big deal. And I don't know regulations in Asia and all that kind of stuff like that. But in my opinion, whenever this digital yen comes out, it's going to be a form of crypto, right? I mean, it's going to be on a blockchain of some sort. So I'm thinking, I don't know how they're gonna be able to regulate what's happening now in crypto over there without opening it up in some fashion if they want their digitized currency to take place and happen, right? You would think that in some form it's going to have to open up at some point to allow their digital currency, right? I mean, I know, when you start to get into governance and regulations and all that stuff, who knows really? But I'm thinking that's going to happen at some point. And when it does, Vechain is probably going to be one of the most targeted projects or blockchain projects on in that continent due to exactly what it is. But that's just kind of an opinion. Maybe I shouldn't have spoke so soon, but it just feels that way to me. But anyway, okay. Let's go to coin market recap. We'll touch on the pricing and where the coins are ranked right now, and then we'll move into the news I have. And then after the news, I'll do some question and answer, and then we're going to focus a little bit on Hoge coin. So let's go to coin market cap recap real quick. Okay, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen, all around the world. Okay, so let me interact with this guy so I can actually see it on my screen. And then we will touch. And admittedly, man, it's funny how 2 weeks can change your entire outlook on something like the cryptocurrency space, huh? Remember 2 weeks ago, give or take, it was when the market corrected and Bitcoin got down to like 45K, and it was like, oh, look at it, look where we are. We're all the way back to a $1.75 trillion market cap, just like that, pretty much. Okay, anyway, Bitcoin in first place, obviously, like it's a race. And number one at $1.073 trillion with a coin right at $58,000. Ethereum number 2 at 1834, Binance number 3 at 293, Tether, the dollar coin, in the number 4 spot, Cardano in number 5 at $1.12. Number 6 belongs to Polkadot at 37.39. XRP at 45 cents. Uniswap at 31.60. I just had lunch, so if I'm hiccuping, it's because I'm old and I have heartburn. Number 9, Litecoin at 201, and my number 2 favorite investment, long term in the crypto space, is Chainlink, holding down the number 10 spot at just under $30. And let's see, we got Stellar Lumens at 40 cents. Theta, y'all, Theta. I'm so pissed at myself because I didn't invest 2-3 weeks ago when I kept saying Theta was going to be my next investment. I'm sure those that watch the stream know that I've said that many times. I wanted to finish off my Vechain bags and my Perks bags, and then I said Theta and Polygon were going to be my next 2 targets. And wouldn't you know it, Polygon lands on Coinbase and Theta jumps up to almost $8. It was like $2 when I was talking about it. But that happens a lot in the crypto space. And truthfully, you can't invest in everything unless you just got a ton of money. Then you have a ton of money and you probably don't need to be investing. So look, things like this are going to happen. Congratulations if you did get in on Theta and you are taking advantage of these gains. And I looked at it yesterday and it was like at $6 and I was like, oh, it's too late. Now it's one of those things. It's going to happen. You can't hit them all, and we only have so much money to invest. So it's very good news for the crypto space, but I just missed out on it, and I'm still considering getting into it, but I prefer the smaller cap coins where I can make bigger percentage gains. But like I said, Dogecoin number 16, our beautiful ultra popular Dogecoin, sitting at 5.6 cents, up 15% on the 7 days, so that's pretty strong. Let's see, moving down to CRO at 19 cents, and the gorgeous Vechain, ladies and gentlemen, who touched all-time highs today, sitting in the number 20 spot at 6.7 cents, up 41% on the 7 day, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna take a quick look at the graph, which I'm also invested in, way down here at number 39 at $1.98. The graph's been a little stale lately. Really tempted to move it into something else, but you guys know how I don't like moving my coins around, so it's gonna be something I have to consider, but that's just me. And heading back to the mainstream. Okay, now let's go ahead and start off on the news that I have pulled for everybody. Pretty cool stuff across the board. So let's take a look. Display capture. And here we got, this is just not directly cryptocurrency related, but kind of, because I know a couple of days ago I touched on that article that showed if you had invested your $1,200 stimulus check in April of 2020 into Cardano, that $1,200 would be worth about $50,000, give or take, today. So I thought this was a little bit related, but it said, this was released just about an hour ago. White House says direct deposits from the COVID, I'm not supposed to say that on stream, from the virus legislation will come as early as this weekend. So the crypto space is expecting to see, a substantial increase in market cap in general, due to the entire country receiving stimulus checks, as some people want to invest it, especially those that caught wind of that article, to see how beneficial it can be. So that's happening pretty soon, and just good news for the country in its entirety, for those that are on board and think that stimulus payments are a good thing. And I just heard a little update. Let me take care of this while it's here. Mr. Modern Prometheus, thank you, my friend, with the $2 super chat. Greetings. Where can you buy Theta and Hoge? I will get into that in detail as soon as we run through the news, my friend. I'm gonna double check on Theta, but I will definitely get into the Hoge and give you an exact breakdown on how it's done in just a minute, my friend. Let me just finish up the news for the day. Secondly, this was an article that came out today, was it? Yes, today, on cryptonewsbites.com, and it says top 5 cheap altcoins to buy in March. And what's cool about this, obviously they have Cardano first, which we touch on all the time here at the Bradley Assassin live stream. And then secondly, they have Vechain, which is interesting because I've been touting Vechain obviously since the start of the Bradley Assassin crypto discussions. But I picked March, for those of you that follow the stream, as my breakout month for Vechain. And so far in March, we've hit all-time highs twice. And then, of course, now you see these prominent websites and or advisors / journalists starting to recommend it. So it feels good. It feels good, man. And then here we got invest in Vechain. It says Vechain went through a series of major rises and gains in March, recording over 90% of returns on the monthly chart. Moreover, Vechain is recording over 1,600% of returns for the year, while it also set up new all-time high price at the value of 6.8 cents. Vechain is still trading below $1, which makes it a worthy investment in March of 2021, with the potential to get to $1 in the following months and years. Woo! Moving on. This is from Mr. Akash Jiramath on fxstreet.com, which we chime into often as they update very frequently. It says Vechain price forecast. Vechain's bullish consolidation suggests completion of a 75% bull rally. And this was released today. It says Vechain price is on track to hit 75% target at 8.3 cents. Supporting this upswing is the bull flag pattern formed on the 4-hour chart. A decisive close above 6.4 cents will trigger a 45% upswing. And for those that are paying attention, we did hit 6.8 cents and so we're hoping for a close of about 6.4 cents today. The mid sixes would be fantastic, and it would look like we would be leaning towards the breakout, secondary breakout. Moving on. This is from Yahoo Finance. It says Bitcoin leaves social media stocks in the dust with markets inflation pivot. And this is today. And it just shows that the 1-year return versus Tesla versus social media versus, all this stuff like that shows Bitcoin obviously dominating them all. And Bitcoin's not the biggest crypto mover. So crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on. And this is just a kind of a little update on this, the FD7 Ventures. This is on businesswire.com. And at least a week ago, maybe a little bit more, a couple of weeks ago, we had gave you guys the breaking story that FD7 Ventures were going to be moving, I think it was like $750 million or so of their Bitcoin capital into ADA. and maybe something else. It's been a while. Oh, there it is. It's right there in front of my face. ADA, DOT, and Ethereum. But I think it was ADA specifically. And then less than a week ago, we touched on it again when they officially went through with the purchase and the investment. And it says here, FD7 Ventures Managing Director Prakash Chan predicts Bitcoin market cap of 10 trillion with ADA, DOT, and Ethereum not far behind. And coming down a little bit, it just goes in a little bit more detail about how this gentleman here, who is involved in FD7 Ventures managing, he's one of the partners, says that they see the Bitcoin's market cap to reach 10 trillion in a few years, which would mean that the entire crypto space market cap would be, I mean, good Lord. I mean, if it's right now, if the market cap's at 1.7 trillion and they have about, so you'd be looking at like a 13 or 14 trillion dollar market cap for the entire space at least. Now this is just speculation, of course, but it's still positive news whenever you have institutional firms investing in Cardano and Bitcoin and stuff like that at that level. And okay, so now we're gonna move right into Hoge Finance, ladies and gentlemen. And some people asking where to buy it, how to get it. Some people asking what it is. So we're gonna touch on it, and of course, please do your own research. But this is what we have, and this is where we stand. Please keep in mind, it is very, very new. There's not much information on the coin in particulars right now because many exchanges aren't listing it yet. It's even so new, some monitoring websites don't even have it listed. It's very new. So please keep that in mind when you're doing your research. But it says here, fun, deflationary, auto staking. It's Doge, but DeFi. Okay? Now, let's go down. And we got tokenomics. It says the original supply is 1,000 billion. Okay, that's a lot. But listen, the circulating supply right now is 436 billion and decreasing. That's the important part, ladies and gentlemen. 1% burn every swap. So this coin will only go down in supply. Listen, this is pretty unique and interesting to say the least. So every time you swap the coin, swap for the coin or out of the coin, 1% is burned. Okay, poop, gone forever. Staking, 1% distributed to holders every swap. So every time it's traded, 1% gets redistributed back to the holders. Liquidity, all supply added to liquidity. And I'll read for those that are listening audibly. Hoge is a deflationary currency. There will never be more Hoge in circulation than there is now, meaning it's always being burnt. Okay? Every time a transaction takes place with Hoge, 1% of that transaction is removed or burned from the total supply. This increases the scarcity of every Hoge in circulation. Additionally, another 1% is distributed among every Hoge holder. What this means is that every time Hoge is used, the value of the remaining Hoge in circulation is increased by simultaneously decreasing the supply, which is quote in quotes deflation, while also distributing Hoge to everyone using the token. As a result, every single Hoge holder has an incentive to spread the use of Hoge as much as possible. As more transactions take place in the network, the individual net worth of all who own a piece of the network increases as well. I love this idea. I love it. It's like the opposite of coins that keep producing coins every year. It's always decreasing. So as it decreases, it gains value due to, supply and demand kind of thing. So, okay. And then moving down, it's got the details. You can come look at the website here. This is Hoge.finance. And it gives you you can look at how many tokens are burnt, DEX tools, the actual white paper, contracts, and lock to liquidity. You can go look at all the specifics on that if you so choose. And this is the important part, how to buy for those that are interested. Now, remember, it's incredibly cheap right now. I'm not suggesting you invest because I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not an expert. But, like we said, the supply is always going down and it'll never be there'll never be less coins than there are right now. Like, I mean, there'll never be more coins than there are right now. Okay, so here we go. How to buy. So for those that have been following the channel, you might be familiar with MetaMask, the browser that once you download is built into, I mean, the wallet that's once downloaded is built into your browser that you can fund. You need to send Ethereum to it, and from MetaMask, you know, you link to Uniswap, and then you can swap tokens from there. But I'm gonna go ahead and read this because this works just the same way it does for most Uniswap style coins. Okay. So basically, the first thing they tell you is download MetaMask. And it says, MetaMask is a crypto wallet that works with any ERC20 tokens. And it says Hoge is an ERC20 token, which basically means it's on the Ethereum network. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to Hoge.finance, there's you can actually just click this MetaMask link and it'll bring you to where you need to download it. It's set up very simple, very well. And okay, so that's step one. Then it says buy Ethereum, and it says use an exchange to buy Ethereum. Some exchanges are Binance, Binance.us, Kraken, and Coinbase. And I'm sure those of you that are in the crypto space know how to purchase Ethereum from an exchange. So that's all you need to do. And then, like I said, then you can send your Ethereum to MetaMask. And then thirdly, it says go to Hoge.finance, and we're here now. But it says when you visit Hoge.finance, click on the buy on Uniswap button. Now what this does for you is it basically sends you straight to Uniswap and opens up the token address for you, so you don't have to physically put it in. But it does show you the token address right here on the website in red, so that you can confirm that it's the exact one. And what they mean by click on buy on Uniswap is if you scroll back to the top, at the very top here, you see it says buy on Uniswap right here. If you just click on this, and I'll show everybody what it's going to do. If you click on buy on Uniswap, it brings you straight to the Uniswap interface. And give it a second to load. And you see here, it shows you your Ethereum balance in Uniswap, and then it automatically loads the Hoge for you. I had it loaded already, so I don't recall if it does it like this normally, but this is how you do it. And then you would swap however many Ethereum you want for however many Hoge you want, kind of thing, and then it swaps it. But moving back to Hoge here, yeah, so it says when on Uniswap, it says to click on the gear button to let slippage go to 2.5%. What they mean by that is because the coin is so inexpensive right now, it's like fractions of a penny, that the fluctuation is really high. Like if someone were to invest, let's say $100,000 in it, it would dramatically change, you know, because of the percentage, the fractions of what it costs. So what they're telling you here, I think the default on Uniswap is like 0.5%, meaning if it fluctuates more than that while you're attempting to make the purchase, or the swap, I should say, that it'll cancel it. And that's just like a safety feature, so that you don't, you know, it allows you to stay within the realm of what you're targeting, is what I should say. But so like I said, I think the default is on 0.5%, and they're suggesting you move it to 2.5% just to fall within the realm so the swap goes through. I personally left it on 0.5% and it went through without a problem. So you might not need to do this, but it is what it is. And then of course, then it gets to swap Ethereum for Hoge. You need to confirm with MetaMask, meaning once you click on Uniswap to do the swap in your MetaMask wallet, it'll send you there and you have to confirm it there. And then you can choose to add Hoge to your MetaMask wallet. And when you do, that's where your coins will be, and they will show up for you. And that's it. And then you can go on. They got some more stuff here. They give you a roadmap, which is this is just to show you how new this is, ladies and gentlemen. Q1, they've already knocked out all but 2 of their roadmap targets. So far, they've deployed onto social media platforms, Blockfolio listing, CoinMarketCap tracking, build new website, build social media presence, Satoshi Club AMA, branded t-shirts and merch, Hoge game. Some of this is kind of fluff, but Whitebit exchange listing, and they still have the two left that are coming out in Q1, which is by the end of the month, are Hoge browser game and nonstop meme generation. So this just, it's kind of a, it's kind of a fun tongue-in-cheek kind of coin, but the thing about it that makes it super interesting is that it's always being burnt and or redistributed into holders' bags. I mean, significant. And in Q2 on their roadmap, they have exploring different blockchains to reduce Ethereum gas fees, partnerships with nonprofit organizations focusing on key values of Hoge Foundation, which are animal shelters and esports teams, coin audit through Nightwatch, non-fungible token printer and web server, start of Hoge e-commerce system, community submitted prints of meme trading cards, NFTs, expanded game labs marketing campaign. Third quarter says open source crowdfunding platform, part of e-commerce system, increased development team to explore DApp games with Hoge Game Labs, sponsored truck rally, fluff stuff. This is a community project and everyone can jump in. And then they got some little games down here. It looks like they actually reward you with Hoge, which is crazy. And then they have some NFT stuff, and like I said, a lot of fluff and a lot of fun, but the tokenomics that just stand out are obviously the circulating supply that's always decreasing, the 1% burn every time you swap, and 1% being distributed to holders every swap. That is cool as hell. So like I said, something you can do some further research on to see if you'd be interested in that at all. And if so, Hoge.finance is very self-explanatory on how to acquire it. Okay. And also, look, I tried to make a little graph for Hoge, but there's like, since it's so new and there's not a ton of information on it anywhere, this is the best I got. That's all they got, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing, like, you can't it's so new, it's not listed hardly anywhere. But what's this here? Coin market cap, they do have it listed and you can see the price there, and that's about all they got. There's no details in the tokenomics yet. It's just so new. But look at the price, ladies and gentlemen, 0.000223 cents. Like, it's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny. So you can drop a few $100s in this thing and acquire a ton of coins. And like we said, me personally, I like these kinds of projects, especially this one in particular that's always decreasing circulating supply. And when you can get in at this price, it's a risk versus reward thing. It's one of these things for me where, like, I set it and forget it, and then we check back on it later. And if it works out, great. If it doesn't, whatever. That's just how I feel. But super new. So one of these things you have to be patient with. It's just not listed very on many things, Okay. And let's hop back to the mainstream. And one thing I did not get into today yet, because I was so excited to bring you guys this news and discuss Hogecoin a little bit, was please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's the only way the channel continues to grow, and we need the growth. Also, if you scroll down a little bit in the description, we have links to cold storage wallet, a little collectible Dogecoin some people seem to be interested in, all the equipment I use on my streams, a KuCoin referral code, and Breadly Assassin merchandise. Also, for those, I misspelled Doge in what? Oh, no, I know. The first time I saw Hoge, I was like, what's that? I kind of thought the same thing, but no, man, it's a thing. But also something I didn't touch on yet today, for those that are familiar with the Bradley Assassin channel here at YouTube know that we have giveaways every Friday. And for those that are new that haven't been here before, we have giveaways every Friday. Every Monday, we let the community vote on what you guys would like for me to give away on the upcoming Friday. And this past Monday, the community chose Dogecoin. So tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central US time, we will be giving away 1,500 Dogecoin to one lucky subscriber. If you want more details, just hop into Bradley Assassin YouTube channel. The giveaway announcement video is on there. You can go back and look at any time to triple check the date, triple check the time, and triple check the prize and that sort of stuff. So that's basically covering the channel as a whole. And let's see, let me try and catch up on some chat that I have on my screen right here. I'm going to switch it to live chat so I don't miss too much more the rest of the way. Since we covered CoinMarketCap recap, we covered all the news on the day. We covered Vechain's hits all-time high today. We covered Hoge coin in detail a little while ago. And let me see if I can catch up on some chat. Mr. Mark McCollum, what are the risks with a browser wallet like MetaMask? Use Atomic Wallet, keep all my coins there in one place, but Hoge won't be on there. Yeah, well, the thing about MetaMask is those style wallets are pretty unique, as they easily link to like your swap style, your decentralized exchanges, and that's what they use as like a funding source. So I haven't heard any negatives about a MetaMask or that sort of thing, and I've been using it not as long as most. But like you said, it does give you access to a lot of the decentralized exchanges that in turn you can get your hands on these coins that are difficult to get, that aren't on exchanges yet, such as PureX and Hoge and that sort of stuff. But I've never had any issues with it, and tons and tons of people use it. It seems to be fine. Let's see here. Scott Craiglow says Doge and the Hoge could be the name of a new series. Heathcliff, you're no fun. Let's see. The Diamond Life said, I thought you misspelled Doge. Yeah, I know that. I touched on that a second ago. Mr. Rotten Apple, so where do I buy Doge? Okay, yeah, no problem. We just kind of went over that in detail, but I'll touch on it real quick again for you. No problem, my friend. Let's go ahead and pop into display capture, and I'll show you right here. If you go to Hoge.finance, it brings you to a very self-explanatory system on how to buy the coin right here. If you just scroll down to how to buy, it tells you everything. You basically download MetaMask, and there's a link to download it, and then you buy Ethereum at your normal exchange wherever you're currently buying Ethereum from, and then you send your Ethereum to MetaMask. And once you have MetaMask, once you have Ethereum in MetaMask, you then come back to Hoge Finance and click on buy on Uniswap, and what that does for you is it's going to send you directly to the Uniswap exchange, where you can then exchange your Ethereum for Hoge. And if you just follow this little step, these few steps right here, it works perfectly. That's how I did it earlier, and I officially purchased Hoge for the very first time today, just as kind of it's so cheap right now. And I love the idea, so I figured I would just buy a little bit and see how it works out, you know. Very cheap. YouTube commenter, what do you think is safer to keep coins in, Ledger Nano or XS Wallet? Well, any form of cold storage is obviously the safest, or safer than any browser or on exchange kind of thing, or a web-based wallet, I should say. So I would always suggest the cold wallet, but it just depends on your personal situation. Like if you're moving coins frequently, if you're staking or not, it's just all kinds of different stuff. So it's to each his own, but I think the consensus is that cold storage is safer. Eddie B, welcome back, man. I hear staking T-Fuel is good. Yeah, there's a lot of coins out there that have amazing APYs. It just depends on, what you're interested in holding, and there's so much out there, man. It really does get kind of muddled at times, and it's hard to pick and choose. But we're like, that's the thing about cryptocurrency, man. We're on the ground floor. We're at the beginning of all these blockchain projects, so everything's gonna look enticing right now. Mark McCowan says, thanks for answering my last question. Do I know much about Bitcoin? I have 100,000 of them. They haven't moved in 2 years. Is the project dead? I'm sorry, my friend. I am not familiar with that at all, unfortunately. And Miss Stephanie Deaton, how much did you buy? I'm assuming you're referring to Hoge coin, and I'll show everybody what I bought, because you know how I am here on the Bradley Assassin YouTube channel and live streams. I am transparent. I bought, I'll show everybody real quick in my display capture if it catches it, because my display capture is kind of wacky. Let's do like this. I bought just over 4 million Hoge today. Can you see it? Yeah, kinda. Let me move it a little bit more. Can you see this? 4 million Hoge. And that sounds like, but it's not. It's not a lot of money. These coins are fractions of a fraction of a penny. So it looks like an amazing bag, and it's like, wow, that's crazy. But it's not, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's so I don't know what it was, a few $100s, but I know it looks like that. I'm telling y'all, it's so cheap right now. It's so cheap. And the coolest thing is that because they continually burn and continually decrease circulating supply, I feel that it's worth at least taking a little risk on. I really feel that way. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Miss Stephanie Deaton says, that's what I'm trying to do. Gotta get Ethereum. I have none. Yeah, it's it's a little quirky, but once you do it once or twice, it's actually very, very fast and very, very simple. You just send Ethereum to MetaMask, and then you link your Uniswap with MetaMask, and once that's linked, then the second you throw your Ethereum into MetaMask, it's available to you on Uniswap, and then you just swap the coins you want for Ethereum. It's nice. It is. I have to admit. Matt, I'm getting an error pop up trying to buy through Uniswap. You have to be careful with that. What happens is, and I was getting it a few times too. It's probably because, like, sometimes if you try and like purchase, say you're using like the max amount of Ethereum you have to purchase as many Hoge as you can get, oftentimes you don't have enough Ethereum left over to pay the exchange fee. So what you want to do is like just punch in a number of Hoge you want to buy that's lower than your maximum amount would be. That way you leave yourself enough Ethereum to cover the exchange fee, the gas fee, I should say. And then usually that's where the error is coming from, simply because you're not allowing yourself enough Ethereum left over in your holdings to pay the gas fee. So try and do that. Just try to lower your Hoge amount a little bit. That's usually where the errors come into play. Welcome back, Vechain. Choo choo! You missed us hitting all-time highs today. That's what you missed. And we went into some detail about Hoge coin. Very interesting little project, little finance project. That looks like it could be something very special if enough people start using it, because the more people that use it, the more coins get burned, hence the more valuable your coins become, which is an amazing, that's how it should be, it seems like, right? But then eventually you'll be burning away all your coins and you won't have any. But like when you get in early on projects like this, it can be exciting, and they're so cheap, man. They're so cheap. Mr. JY96 said the slippage percentage was causing me a problem. Yes, exactly too. And I mentioned that earlier. I think the default slippage percentage on Uniswap is 0.5%. So you can either try to reduce your purchase amount of Hoge so that you leave yourself enough Ethereum to pay the gas fees, or you can adjust your slippage percentage to a higher percentage, because when you're dealing with a coin that's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny, it's fluctuating a lot in those small tiny numbers, and sometimes you break that percentage safety point, and it won't let you transact or swap, I should say, just as a safety feature. But it's probably one of those two things that are happening, and probably more so the fact that you're not leaving yourself enough Ethereum to pay the gas fee. Probably. That's what was happening to me, and I'm just telling you guys what I know. Okay, is it true VeChain holders are called veterans? Yep, that's right. Exactly. Chainlink holders are called Link Marines. VeChain holders are called veterans. That's the thing, my friend. Mr. Mike says, Ronak, nice work. Got in at 0.063 about this time last week. That thing has just run and run. Congratulations. I love hearing when people come out in the green, especially those that like to support the Barely Assassin live stream and the Barely Assassin YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We got room for both. Yeah, Matty B, it's tricky, man, when you're dealing with those percentages and whatnot. Like I had to mess with it a few times to make mine go through, because like I certainly can't calculate. Like what was happening was, like, if I was putting, like, say I wanted to buy like 3 million, by the time I put in 3 million and would swap, it was like 3 million and a large chunk and a few extra thousand, because like it said in this particular coin, every time a swap is made, it pays back the holders and stuff like that. So all that's going on. So it's a little more difficult to calculate than your traditional coins, but it's all it's all to benefit you, and the holder. So I think that has a lot to do with what's going on in there, but just knock it down a little bit. You should be fine. Any VeChain news? Yeah, man, we touched on a couple things. We can review it really quick. In fact, I'll review all the news really quick, because a couple other people asking how to buy Hoge again, and all that stuff. So sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. We will review the news real quick and get into all that. Okay, so let's touch on everything we touched on earlier. As you can see here, let me just make sure it looks right on my screen. Okay. This is from cryptonewsbites.com. Says top 5 cheap altcoins to buy in March. And like I said earlier, we're not boasting or anything, but we do our homework here. The Barely Assassin live stream and our community helps with the knowledge and information. So it's funny to see, or I guess in a way it's refreshing to see these, websites and our journalists and or at least seats of important power come in and give their takes and stuff. But we've said this already, but let's go into it. Top 5 cheap altcoins to buy in March. Number 1, Cardano, and obviously we were discussing Cardano weeks ago. And then number 2, VeChain. And for those that follow the Barely Assassin live stream, know that I picked March as the breakout month for VeChain. And we got some people following suit here, as it says, invest in VeChain. VeChain went through a series of major rises and gains in March, recording over 90% of returns on the monthly chart. Moreover, VeChain is recording over 1,600% of returns for the year, while it also set up new all-time high price at the value of 6.8 cents. VeChain is still trading below $1, which makes it a worthy investment in March 2021, with a potential to get to $1 in the following months and years. Moving on, Mr. Akash Jeramath of fxstreet.com says VeChain price forecast. VeChain's bullish consolidation suggests completion of a 75% bull rally. VeChain price is on track to hit its 75% target at 8.3 cents. Supporting this upswing is the bull flag pattern formed on the 4-hour chart. A decisive close above 6.4 cents will trigger a 45% upswing. So we're hoping to close at around 6.5 cents today. That could lead to some more positive momentum through the weekend. And we got this here. This is just from Yahoo Finance. This is kind of like a, what they call this, a Lifetime Achievement Award. Bitcoin leaves social media stocks in the dust with market's inflation pivot. And it just shows that Bitcoin beat Tesla and social media stocks and all that other stuff in the last 1 year. But for those that follow the cryptocurrency space knows that that's really not much of a surprise. Okay. And then we're touching on something here that we reported on twice in the past couple weeks. This from businesswire.com. The FD7 Ventures Managing Director Prakash Shan predicts a Bitcoin market cap of $10 trillion with ADA dot and Ethereum not far behind. And this is the investment firm that we reported invested $750 million, took $750 million of their capital from Bitcoin and put it into Cardano last week, over the last couple of weeks. And this is just showing that, this gentleman here, who's a partner with the managing firm, is speculating that Bitcoin market cap is going to reach $10 trillion at some point in the next few years. And lastly, what everyone that missed out on the beginning of the stream is looking into and waiting for, how to buy Hoge and what Hoge is. So if you go to Hoge.finance, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see here, Hoge.finance, it gives you a beautiful little breakdown of what the coin is. Here with tokenomics, as you can see, incredibly interesting project, as the original supply is 1,000 billion, and that's crazy, right? But check it out. The circulating supply right now is 436 billion and decreasing, which means they burn 1% of the circulating supply with every swap, and 1% is distributed to holders every swap. So this is amazing. The more people use it, the more it benefits them. And I'll go ahead and read it once more. It says, Hoge is a deflationary currency. There will never be more Hoge in circulation than there is right now. Every time a transaction takes place with Hoge, 1% of that transaction is removed or burned from the total supply. This increases the scarcity of every Hoge in circulation. Additionally, another 1% is distributed among every Hoge holder. What this means is that every time Hoge is used, the value of the remaining Hoge in circulation is increased by simultaneously decreasing the supply, which is deflation, while also distributing Hoge to everyone using the token. As a result, every single Hoge holder has an incentive to spread the use of Hoge as much as possible. As more transactions take place in the network, the individual net worth of all who own a piece of the network increase as well. So this is like the world's perfect money, like for those that hold it, like in a sense. Now, will it take off and become something special? We hope so, but I'm not going to predict all that kind of craziness. I really don't know, but I really like the idea of the tokenomics. I don't care about all the fluff, the games and the shirts and the media, all this stuff they're doing, the tongue-in-cheek stuff, the fluff stuff means nothing to me. What means a lot to me is we have a coin now that is always increasing in value based on how much it's used. That's what we're talking about. And so anyway, if you scroll down a little bit more, they give you a how to buy, and it's very, very simple, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, if you don't have MetaMask, they give you a link right here to download it. Those that aren't familiar, MetaMask is a cryptocurrency wallet that is browser capable. You can see here, I have mine. Well, you can't really see it, but it adds a little, let me try and do this. It adds a little thing on your browser up here, depending on what browser you're using, that you can click on to access your wallet just like this through the browser. Very simple. And then moving on. So then you send Ethereum to your MetaMask wallet, and you can do that by purchasing Ethereum at any of your normal exchanges you use. And then once you have Ethereum in your MetaMask wallet, you go to Hoge.finance, which is here, and there's a button at the top. So pay attention. If you scroll back to the top of the page, ladies and gentlemen, there's a button right here. It says buy on Uniswap. And what that's going to do is send you directly to Uniswap, where you can then exchange your Ethereum for Hoge. And that's it. Very simple to do, and they give you some more details if you want to just triple check all that, or if you're having problems. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Very simple, very interesting project. Incredibly cheap right now. Incredibly cheap right now. And it should just continue to go in value as people use it because of the burn. So like I said, I think it makes a lot of sense. It seems to be amazing. The more people that use it, the more valuable it's going to be. It can honestly become something substantial if enough people find out about it and enough people choose to use it, or purchase it or trade it, whatever. So we'll see. It's we'll see. And Mr. Morris Fambro says, where can I store my Hoge in your MetaMask wallet, my friend? As far as right now, eventually there'll be more places, I'm assuming, but the project is super new. Like, I think it's 3 weeks old. It's super new. Have you seen Sunny Lou's gonna do a live video? Yes, I saw that, my friend. For those that aren't familiar with that, Sunny Lou, the CEO of Vechain, is gonna do a live video on YouTube on a Wednesday. In fact, let me see if I could pull the. I had seen that on Reddit. Let me see if I could find it for everyone so I can give a little bit more detail for those that are interested. Because that man is so busy and they're doing so much. It's pretty rare to catch him in a live interview. And for those that aren't familiar, he is the kind of like the CEO, president of Vechain kind of thing, marketing and whatnot. And he was the CIO of Louis Vuitton when he came over to Vechain. That's why he has so much knowledge about supply chains and that sort of thing. But let's see if I could find it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have it right here. Check it out. And once again, Bradley Assassin reporting. This is what I have for everyone. As you can see here, this says Sunny Lou interview with Crypto.com next week. And it says live video AMA, Crypto.com Vechain. March 16th, that's Tuesday at 12 p.m. UTC, 8 p.m. HKT. So if you guys want to do the conversion, because that's some crazy times for me. If you guys are interested in what they have to say about Vechain, the current state of it, where they came from. I'm supposing maybe some future news, but I know a lot of their major projects that are in the works that are going to be coming on to the Vechain network as soon as the Vechain 2.0 hits off. A lot of those major corporations, they have signed non-disclosure agreements, so they can't say yet who's coming in some cases, whatnot. But believe you me, there's going to be a ton of transaction activity coming to the network as soon as Vechain 2.0 goes live. And not to mention, we reported yesterday on Vechain 2.0 testnet launching in just 4 days. March is just crazy for Vechain. I am biased. Yes, I own some. Yes, I do love the project. Yes, it is my favorite project in all the space. Yes, but I don't see negatives with Vechain right now. And it's a lot seems to be happening right now. It seems like the media is finally starting to pick up on it. I'm excited. Okay. And let's see. We've already been streaming an hour, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got the Vechain hit all-time high news. We got a lot of information on Hoge coin. We got all the breaking news that I reported on for all the other things, Vechain, and some of the stimulus checks are going to be starting to hit this weekend, direct deposits, just all the stuff I could pull for everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's the only way to get the channel to grow. If you go down to the description, there's links for all kinds of stuff in there, all kinds of goodies, cold storage wallets, a Dogecoin, collectible coin. Some people like to have that. It's just pretty cool little collectible. All the equipment I use here on the stream. Also, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are new to the channel, and for those that aren't, my little kitty cat's giving me some problems right here. And for those that aren't, every Monday here on the Bradley Assassin live stream, we allow the community to take part in a poll where you guys get to vote and decide on what you want me to give away on the upcoming Friday. And this past Monday, the community voted that they would like me to give away Dogecoin this coming Friday. So tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central, to one lucky subscriber during our live stream, I will be giving away 1,500 Dogecoin. I know we do crazy stuff like that all the time. So you can always go back to the YouTube Bradley Assassin channel and check out the giveaway announcement video if you want to double check the date and time and prize and all that stuff. Every Tuesday we upload the prize announcement and giveaway announcement videos because the voting took place on the Monday and that sort of stuff. So look, like and subscribe, and please, when you subscribe, turn notifications on. Make sure it's set to all, and make sure, like, if you're using a phone app, make sure to go in there and make sure that your YouTube channel things are set to on, because we've been having a lot of problems with people not receiving notifications. And I spent a lot of time with YouTube, and they're telling me it's user error, yada yada yada, which I'm not too sure about all that. But you want to have all that on so that you're notified every time we go live. You don't miss the chance to vote on the prize. You don't miss the actual giveaways. You don't miss all this breaking news, everything we do here all the time at the Braille Assassin live stream. But that's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta go tend to some family stuff, but I got everything across that I wanted to get. So don't forget, like and subscribe, and go check out some of our previous videos, especially yesterday. Let me know what you think of that setup. It was one of my first videos I tried to make. I'm probably gonna change it a little bit, but it's on there for everyone to take a look at. Don't forget to comment too if there's something you want me to review, or some suggestions you have. Put all that in there. But we'll see everyone very soon. Thanks everybody. Goodbye. Stay safe.